It's June, which means it's high time we get our countryside garden productive for the summer. I've already got the Rototiller out, our newest addition to our gardening arsenal here in the Japanese countryside, even though it takes a little getting used to. I'm getting this garden ready for 2 reasons. First, I'm dreaming of some fresh, homegrown veggies. Secondly, I wanted to show our great growing climate to our Canadian family, who are coming to visit our corner of Japan for the very first time.
It worked really well.
If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. I'm Mika, this is Jessie, and this is our dog Pancake. And we're Canadians living in what was once an akiya, one of the many abandoned homes in Japan. Aside from getting our new vegetable garden going, we spent part of June introducing Japan to our family. We took them on several day trips, visiting castles and other cool attractions. We even splurged on an overnight stay in one of Japan's most ancient hot spring towns. It was such a special way to share some of our favorite spots in Japan with them. While I'm on the topic, if you're planning to travel this year, whether in Japan or anywhere else, I want to share one of my own travel hacks. And I'm talking about eSIMs.
And this is where I want to thank today's sponsor, Saley!
While getting data abroad is much simpler with eSIMs these days, I didn't always have that luxury.
I remember when Jessie and I first traveled to Japan. That was before eSIMs was a thing. We got off a 10-hour plane ride and wandered around the airport trying to find where the physical SIM cards were. We had to fumble with them to get them into our phones when all we wanted to do was get to our hotel and sleep off that jet lag. It's not easy to swim against the current with one hand. With Saley, you skip all of that. All you have to do is download the app, choose the places that you're traveling to, and then select the data amount. You can choose 1 gigabyte or 3 gigabytes. They have a whole bunch of plans. Saley is also really flexible. If you find yourself low on data, you just go into the app and you top yourself up there. When you're ready to activate your eSIM, they'll automatically connect you to local providers. Plus, if you're traveling from country to country, you don't need to reinstall your SIM. You can just update all your travel information through your app. So if you're looking for a super easy data plan when you travel next time, or you want to skip that airport scramble, then you can visit saley.com/Maigomika, or you can also download the app. But if you do, just make sure you use my special Maigomika code at checkout, because I'll get you 15% off your plan. Hey.
It's been a year since our last attempt at gardening here. Since we didn't plant anything last year, we felt it was the perfect moment for a completely fresh start. Each year, we try and upgrade our equipment a bit. And this time, fixing our rototiller, which had been sitting in our shed since we moved in, was a huge help. I also planted some intriguing looking seeds that I found at the general garden store. And, of course, added a few more flowers to help beautify the garden. For more variety, Jesse and I visited our local garden center. It's always a fun trip because they always have items I don't normally see in our Canadian centers. This year, we're going big with peanuts, edamame, Goya bitter melon, okra, and hot chilies, alongside classics like tomatoes, cucumbers, and watermelons. as the garden grew, we felt the onset of the annual rainy season in June. While preparing the house for guests, we continue to work on what feels like our never-ending ceiling project.
A lot like finishing work.
We've started the tedious process of drywall mudding, which is honestly not our favorite chore.
This container is going to dry out before I can use it. That's something I've learned, is that I am not fast or efficient.
Fortunately, we managed to persuade some of our visiting family members to lend a hand, even if just for a short time.
Why not gas?
Oh, we have, everyone's against gas right now.
Gas bag.
Yeah, that's just like hot water tanks, and they're the best.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I have a gas demand hot water.
So nice.
It's always hot.
No,
There's
stick me out.
a curtain.
Okay, just do your best.
There's a curtain in front of my bedroom door, for instance. There's curtains in all sorts of places.
Really?
Well, I mean, you have 2/3 of the house left, right? But I'm thinking you're gonna get.
After all that hard work at home, it was time to explore. Shikoku may be Japan's smallest main island, but it's still filled with some incredible spots to visit. One of our biggest trips was an overnight stay in Matsuyama City in Ehime Prefecture. We visited Matsuyama-jo, one of Japan's 12 original castles, and walked up its grounds, which Pancake also got to join. Ehime is also famous for its huge variety of oranges, and one of the ways you can enjoy all its variety is in liquid form.
Oh, that's good. Oh. I'm just gonna down them one after another.
And we also went shopping for some of their famously stylish imabari towels. Visiting Dogo Onsen was a major highlight. This 3,000-year-old hot spring, one of Japan's most ancient, recently unveiled its main 130-year-old building after a 5-year renovation. We also had a soak at the Asukanoyu Annex for the family's first Japanese public hot spring experience. It even splurged on the second floor rest area afterwards.
Wow. Dehydrated. Hydration.
I feel it working. I'm gonna put myself before he does.
Beyond the hot springs, our exploration of Shikoku also led us to one of the temples of the Shikoku 88 Temple Pilgrimage. This historic circular journey spans 1,200 kilometers around the entire island, connecting 88 Buddhist temples associated with the revered monk Kobo Daishi. For centuries, pilgrims or ohenro have embarked on this spiritual quest, seeking enlightenment or personal solace. Our family even joined us on some antique shopping, helping us find some unique pieces for the house.
That's where we have them. We have a couple.
And finally, a day trip to the castle town of Ozu, with one of the most beautiful and interesting Japanese villas I've ever seen, Garyu Sanso, which inspired some new home structure ideas for Jessie.
Go back under there, please. Go back under there.
I know. You can get a picture. He's got a nice white shirt on.
Plus, a little craft beer sampling offers a welcome pause, especially at Garyu Brewing, with its Victorian Japanese decor and splash of Gothic revival.
But you know they probably picked up the
Little rocks under
Did you?
what iron? That's being. This is.
All that exploring worked up an appetite, and an unexpected culinary hit with the family was Japanese curry rice.
Yeah, I still feel like we should have fought a little harder to get it into your house.
Kare rice is a true culinary fusion, tracing its origins back to Indian curries, then adapted into British cuisine, and then finally introduced to Japan during the Meiji era.
This one's not spicy at all.
This amalgamation evolved into a distinctly Japanese comfort food, resulting in a slightly sweet and savory take on curry.
Oh yeah. Maybe a little more. Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Looking back, all of our recent day trips have been a great reminder of just how many incredible places are just a short journey away, even from our remote corner of Japan.
The flowers, eh? This one too. Look at this one.
And what about you? Do you have any new projects or adventures you started lately? How about anyone who's just started their own garden? As always, thank you to all my amazing supporters of this channel and everyone who's already hit that like button. If you'd like to see an extended voiceover free version of this, you can find it and other videos like it on my Patreon. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!